After branding hundreds of businesses, I've seen a lot of different branding mistakes. So today I made a list of the top 10 branding mistakes you should avoid, in my opinion, and based on my experience as a brand designer. If you're new here, welcome. Hi, my name is Kinsey. I am the brand and web designer behind Kinsey Green Design. And if you're not new, as always, welcome back. This list of branding mistakes is in no particular order. These are just the things that I have seen amongst my own clients and small businesses in general. However, number one is probably the biggest branding mistake I see all the time. And this is branding your business solely based on looks. What I mean by this is a lot of times when someone goes and starts a business and gets ready to start building out their brand, they go and pick colors that they personally like, they pick graphics that they think are cute, and they don't really make design decisions around anything other than their own personal opinions. And at the end of the day, solid branding should be designed to attract your target market. So when you're building out your visual brand identity, you're going to want it to be something that's going to attract your target market, reflect your products or services, and have a meaning far beyond the fact that it just looks cute. Number two is probably one of my biggest pet peeves as a designer. This is asking friends or family for opinions about your brand when they are not in your target market. I say this is one of my biggest pet peeves because I've created brand identities for clients, presented it to them, explained my strategy, my approach, why it's going to work for them and attract their target market. And then they say, okay, it looks good. Let me go see what my partner thinks. And their partner is not in their target market. So at the end of the day, it does not matter what they think. And their opinion should be irrelevant because they're not the person that my client is trying to attract. Number three, not having a brand mission statement. I have another video on my channel that explains how to craft a brand mission statement, but I see so many businesses who have a really general tagline or just say, I offer this and this, or I sell this, and they don't really go into much detail about why they sell it or how it's going to help their target audience. And every single brand out there needs a brand mission statement, not only to help better resonate with customers, but also to make better decisions as a business. Number four, lack of cohesion. This is something I see all the time, especially in newer business owners who haven't really invested in their branding. They are constantly switching up colors. They may even be constantly changing their logo, and they're using all sorts of different templates and graphics all the time, which just confuses people and makes them less memorable. Number five, not having logo variations. As a brand designer who specializes in brand identity design, I ensure each and every one of my clients walks away with multiple logo variations. And I ensure they have that because you need multiple versions of your logo to work in all sorts of different forms of media. For example, you have profile photos in which you may need a circle logo for, you have your website favicon in which you need a little symbol for. Then you also have larger profile pictures like on Facebook. One single logo by itself cannot accommodate all these different places. I oftentimes see people trying to use one logo everywhere, and oftentimes it ends up looking squished or not fitting, or it just looks a mess because it doesn't fit the space appropriately. Number six, not researching competition. This is super important because when you research your competition, you'll be able to see what they're doing, how they're marketing themselves, how they are showing up online, and ensure that the way you're showing up is going to stand out in your industry and stand out among your competition. You're not just going to blend in with everybody else. Number seven is kind of the opposite of number six. And this is copying competition. I'm sure a lot of you watching this have sometimes caught on to trends that multiple industry professionals are doing, and they all end up looking the same. Nobody stands out because everybody is doing the same trend or posting the same graphics or using the same colors, and that just does not help you reach your target audience. You want to stand out. You don't want to be doing exactly what your competition is doing. Although it may work for them, you should be striving to find a way that you can grow a business in your own individual, authentic way. And number eight kind of goes along with number seven, constantly using the same overused templates that millions of other people are using. This is a huge problem for people who rely on Canva for graphics and constantly pull from the Canva library. Millions and millions of people have access to Canva and are using the same templates. So I often find that a lot of business owners who rely on these templates don't really stand out because there's so many other people using the same templates and everybody looks the same. Even though the colors and a few things might be slightly different, it still doesn't really help brands stand out. Number 9, not picking a niche. For example, when I first started my business, I just considered myself a graphic designer and I offered everything from logos to business cards to brochures and everything you could think of. I was not positioning myself as an expert and I didn't really have a specific niche. I was just trying to work with everybody, and as a result, I was actually attracting nobody. When you offer too many different services or products and you aren't niche specific, you are looked at as someone who can get the job done. You're not really looked at as an expert in any one particular industry, and you're going to want to be viewed as the expert of your industry no matter what you are doing. If you offer too many things, you can actually drive away potential customers. And number 10, this is something that I was personally guilty of when I first started my business. This is not showing enough personality. I think a lot of people do this when they start their business because they feel as though they have to show up online as a professional and everything has to be about business, and they can't really show too much of their personality because it might get in the way of their professional reputation. That might have been true years ago and in the corporate world, but if you're an entrepreneur nowadays, people want to see your personality. They want to get to know you beyond business. And this is also how you can stand out among your competition and really build an authentic brand. Don't be afraid to show up and show your personality and show some sides to you outside of business. All right, that is it for the top 10 branding mistakes to avoid based on my own experience. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a like. And if you aren't subscribed, please go subscribe and I will see you in the next video.